What's up, guys? How are you? Welcome into a Tuesday morning episode of the Daily Juice Podcast with me, Matt Perrault at Sports Talk Matt. To follow me across all socials. This podcast being brought to you by OmahaSteaks.com. OmahaSteaks.com offering you right now 50% off savings plus 2 bone-in 10-ounce New York strips with that code JUICE when you go to OmahaSteaks.com. Check out all the great grill packs and cool, specialty curated packages they got available right now. 50% off. This is a great way of supporting the juice and also your stomach because it's going to thank you when you get that big box, that white box sent directly to your door. Shows up all frozen and nice, goes right in the freezer, and when you need it, bam, right there for you at omahasteaks.com. Promo code JUICE. Go check them out. Okay, 1-2 day last night. We get the under in the game for the Jets and the Bills quite easily. Although it went to overtime, we still survived that under 45.5. So we got that right. And then baseball was a wash, 0-2. So the heater is over. However, you are requesting, a couple of guys requested on the Discord channel, bettingpros.com/chat to join the Discord channel, saying, Matt, would you do a Totals Tuesday? Because you did Totals Monday, would you do Totals Tuesday? Yes, I'm doing a Totals Tuesday. Although I'm going to do it a little bit differently because we have to bet baseball. Got baseball Tuesdays and Wednesdays, and then we'll get into Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday again for football. But I'm going to be a little bit unique and exotic. Oftentimes when I get exotic, I screw myself and I don't do very well. So if you want to fade the bets, I don't mind it. But I'm bored with baseball. It's September. Let's fade pitchers. So I'm fading pitchers today, and I've got some team totals, and I've got some first 5 totals I want to get into here today for baseball, rather than betting full game totals or sides and totals, whatever. I'm just trying to entertain myself with this because, well, it's baseball, and I'm not really loving baseball. But again, I need to go check that out. Have we become profitable yet with baseball, even though we lost 2 units, or actually 2.2 units yesterday? Let me see, because we were getting really close to being profitable for baseball. And baseball now has moved. No, we dropped down back. Bummer. Okay, we're 111 and 105. Down 1.4 units. All right, so we're still losing money in baseball. Isn't that sick? We've made over 216 bets made. And we've lost 1.5 units. It's unbelievable. Baseball is such an unbelievable grind. But NFL football, that's good news there. So that moves back into a good spot with the NFL there. Although I don't know how we're tracking that. We gotta wait and see. I'm pretty sure I've made more bets than that than what they've got on the record. But 5-7 is what they're claiming that the cheat sheet or the tracking has for us for 5-7. I don't know. Maybe that seems to be a little bit low. Although NFL props being 3-3, I don't think that's right either. So, well, we'll see how that goes with the tracking. How maybe it needs to catch up a little bit for a couple of days. But regardless, baseball, I'll trust that being. Let's see. It looks like. I don't know. That's kind of interesting. Oh, that's why. We switched over. Oh my gosh, we're doing different things now. Okay, that's why. And that's all messed up. Okay, they're doing some different things because I'm not 4-26 on my 2022 prop bets. I don't believe that was accurate, but maybe we're breaking it up and now we're just going to go ahead and separate 2022 and 2023. So if you're somebody that actually paid attention to this, the bet tracking is all messed up. So I apologize on that. But I don't know what we're doing, but I just noticed that while we're doing on the air. So if you're somebody who likes to follow along and the win rates and the percentages, they're all messed up. So hopefully we get that corrected, and I'll have to check and see what's going on. I just noticed that as to what's going on with the tracking. But anyways, before I give you the picks for today, let me say a couple quick things. I got into an argument, whatever, conversation on Twitter about this. If you bet Aaron Rodgers, a prop bet on Aaron Rodgers, and you bet an under, should you have cashed last night? The answer is yes, right? You should have cashed. Aaron Rodgers played, 3 snaps? The problem with bet refunds is the following. For those of you who don't understand what I'm taking when I'm saying that refunds are stupid. Because if you have an under bet, you should be paid. If you bet over, getting refunded on that over is dumb. That's not gambling. part of the handicap is the potential for injury. Now, it always stinks, right? Oh, that's a bummer. But here's the thing. When do you get refunded? What about the running back who gets hurt? Or the wide receiver who gets hurt? Do you always get your money back? Should you always get your money back? If a player gets hurt, should you automatically always get your money back? The answer is no. It's the high profile. It's the larger, how can we get attention type of announcement by the sports books. You really should reject this. This is not good because you're the loser really on this because they're conditioning you. They're saying, oh, you're going to keep betting. So let's not make you angry. Let's go ahead and give you that money back and you're going to re-bet it because they think you're going to lose. That's where they're giving you it back. Gambling is a zero-sum game. There's winners and losers, okay? When Aaron Rodgers gets hurt, all the under bets should cash out, all of them. Not refunding all of them. And I haven't seen it yet if sports books are refunding all the wagers or paying out the unders and then refunding the overs. Because I've seen books do that. That's right. Or they refund them all, which is wrong. If you bet under, you should win. This is the problem. When you start getting kind of crooked with the whole thing and deciding who gets what when versus winners and losers, this is the problem with the books, that it doesn't make it. In Vegas, we don't do that here. It's ridiculous. You walk up to a Vegas counter and say, Aaron Rodgers got hurt. Can I have my money back? They're going to look at you like you have 5 heads and say, sorry, sir, burn the ticket. You lost. Take it. This is creating a bunch of whining babies that when you don't get it, it's, I didn't get refunded. Why did I get refunded? Sorry, guys. You lost. You bet over on Rodgers passing. You bet over on Rodgers completions. You bet over on Rodgers rushing. Whatever you bet. He got hurt. Game's over. Your bet's over. You lost. You should want to lose because then you don't have to wonder next time, are you going to refund my money? Do I get my money back? Yes or no? And the books this time are like, oh, no, that was just that one time. Yeah, that was just that one time. No. We're not always going to do that. That was just, we were being nice. All or nothing. Either we're gambling or we're not. When you gamble and you lose the money. Now, someone said, what about offering blackjack insurance? What about offering insurance on bets? Don't mind that. That would be neat. Don't know how the gaming control boards would handle that, but I don't mind that at all. If I put $100 down, could I get a $10 bet to ensure that if my player gets hurt, I get my money back? Don't mind that at all. That would be kind of a neat angle. That's different because what happens if the player doesn't get hurt? You lose that $10. So it's just something to consider as we go into football season. And why I say that refunds are stupid, it makes a lot of you guys mad. I get it. A lot of you guys like that refund, and the books know it, okay? The books are like, oh, let's keep these guys playing. It's important to keep them playing. It's not gambling if you get your money back when you lose a bet, okay? And it does not make you better or it does not help you as a gambler. It's like a boost. You know how I feel about the boosts, right? Whenever I see one of my bets getting boosted, I get pissed off. I do not like it because the book's giving me something for free. Generally speaking, they're not doing it in my best interest. Just keep that in mind. Okay. Have you guys downloaded the BettingPros app yet? You should absolutely be doing this. Check out the new BettingPros app. All new features, community tab, a following feed, bet tracking. You get prop bet hit rates as well. Download the BettingPros app in the Apple App Store right now. You guys can see and sort prop bets and the prop bet cheat sheet, which I use for props. We went 3-1 using that over the weekend. We hit, if you went ahead and I didn't get that on that, but I had the I had the Josh Allen to throw a pick. He threw 3 picks in the game against the Jets. He threw 2 the year prior, 3. Josh Allen took the loss on himself. A lot of people are calling for a big regression year with Josh Allen. Not off to a very good start, 0-1. You can find the prop bet cheat sheet on the BettingPros app, the new BettingPros app, which has new features now available in the App Store, in the Apple App Store. Okay, let's start talking a bit about the Houston Astros up against J.P. Sears. J.P. Sears and the A's. 4-0 win yesterday for the A's. Now, after a loss, the Astros are pretty good. But after a win, the A's also are pretty good on the run line. I thought about betting Astros run line. Not going to do that. Instead, J.P. Sears on the road has a 4.3 ERA. He's 2-6 with an opposing batting average of 237. He gives up 15 home runs on the road, 39 earned runs, and 81 2/3 innings worth of work. But J.P. Sears in September has been pretty good. 205 batting average, a guy who has looked pretty decent. But most of the games he has pitched have been at home in September. Or actually, both of them have been at home. 5-2, 9-2 victories. He's given up 1 earned run and no earned runs at home against Toronto and the Angels. However, on the road, he's not been good. 6-2 in his last road start. Gave up 6 earned runs in 6 innings worth of work. Time before that, 5 innings worth of work, 3 earned runs in a 7-5 loss. Time before that, he gave up 2 earned runs in 5 innings in an 8-2 loss. On the other side, this is where I think offense comes into play. One on J.P. Sears, who overall is 4-11 with a 4.51 ERA. But on the other side, for the Astros, I'm not in love with who Houston's going to be throwing. It's Justin Verlander. Okay, you might go like, Matt, really? Justin Verlander? Okay, let's talk about where Verlander is at the moment, okay? At home, 2.82 ERA. I get it. 6-4 record. 212 opposing batting average. However, Verlander, in his last home start, gave up 6 earned runs to the Yankees, 4 home runs at home. Now, he pitched very well against the Red Sox. Time before that, 6 innings, no earned runs. But time before that, 6 innings and 3 earned runs. So the combination of Justin Verlander, who has been a little bit shaky at home and maybe getting a little tired in his older age here in September, with J.P. Sears as well, I'm going to jump in on the first 5 over. The first 5 over is minus 115 over 4.5 runs for the A's and the Astros. Now, I need the A's to give me 1. Astros to give me 4. I think that happens, okay? Astros got blanked yesterday. I think they bring their hitting shoes here. Maybe we get lucky and we get 2 from the A's, and then we get 3 from the Astros, and it's a 3-2 after 5, over 115. I'm going to bet it. A's, Astros, over 4.5 runs at minus 115, 1.15 units to jump in on that. Okay. Orioles. John Means, welcome back. John Means, at one point in time, was the ace of the staff for the Baltimore Orioles. Left-handed pitcher. He's 30 years old now, coming back off Tommy John surgery, had a couple of rehab starts, and now joins the big league club right in time for the playoffs. This could be an absolute monster story for the Baltimore Orioles if John Means comes back, and if he's either like, if he's even like 80% of what John Means was before the Tommy John surgery, okay, the Orioles are going to be playing. Adam Wainwright is pitching for the St. Louis Cardinals. I don't know what to do with John Means. He could be phenomenal. He might get lit up too, but he might be phenomenal. I want to stay away from John Means. What I do know is that Adam Wainwright stinks. 3-11, 8.19 ERA. Every time I've gone to fade Adam Wainwright, it's burned me, but I'm coming back on this one because on the road, he's got an 8.79 ERA, opposing batting average of 351. He's 2-4 on the year, 41 earned runs in 42 innings worth of work. In September, his ERA is 9.53. In August, it was 10.89. Wainwright, in the games he has pitched on the road, he's given up 6 earned runs in 5 2/3. He gave up 6 earned runs to the Pirates in 4 2/3. 8 earned runs against the Royals in 1 innings worth of work. On the road, he's just been atrocious. Okay, at home, he's been okay. Last home start, he was good. 4-1 loss to San Diego. He gave up 1 earned run in 6 innings worth of work. But I think given the fact that Wainwright has been horrible on the road, they scored 11 runs yesterday, the Orioles did. Their team total is set at 5.5. It's minus 120 to the over 5.5. You can shop around and find this. Look, I think the Orioles are going to score a bunch of runs here in this game. They're at home. Wainwright may give it up himself. I think the bullpen could give it up as well. I don't want to touch John Means because I don't know what John Means is going to be. After the Orioles scored 11 runs yesterday at home, I think they continue to score. The Orioles are still a very good team at home on to the over, 33-30-6 to the over. You look at overall runs scored per game at home for the Orioles. They are currently, they average 4.68 runs per game at home. Overall, 5.13 runs per game. With Wainwright on the mound, we're going over. Minus 120, over 5.5 runs, team total for the Baltimore Orioles up against Adam Wainwright. Same conversation with Chris Flexen for the Colorado Rockies. He is going against the Cubs here today. The Cubs are a team on the road. They score more at home than they do on the road. But this is Coors Field. 4.87 runs per game on the road, 5.19 at home for the Cubs. However, Chris Flexen at home, he has a 5.89 ERA. He's 0-4 with a 276 opposing batting average, 31 earned runs given up in 47 innings worth of work in September. His ERA is 11.25, 0-1 with an opposing batting average of 314. Chris Flexen so far here in the month of September on the road, he gave up he had 6 earned runs in 2 1/3 in a 12-5 loss to Arizona. His last home start, he gave up 4 earned runs, 3 home runs in 5 2/3 in a 13-9 loss to Toronto. 5-4 loss to the Orioles in his third to last start. That was 5 innings, 2 earned runs, but that was on the road. The home start before that was 6 innings, 7 hits, 1 earned run, but the bullpen gave up 9, 10-5 loss. Team total for the Cubs is 6.5. 3 of the last 4 games started by Chris Flexen. The pitching staff, including Flexen, has given up 12, 13, and 10 earned runs. This is a high number, but I'm going to bet it anyway. Cubs over their team total, 6.5 at minus 115. The Cubs scored 5 runs yesterday in a 5-4 win. I think they score even more here today with Flexen on the mound. Cubs over 6.5 runs. They score 7 runs. I know it seems like a lot, but it's Coors Field. And with Flexen on the mound, I expect the Cubs to score a lot of runs here, either against Flexen or the bullpen. Minus 115, over 6.5. So we went under yesterday and went 1-2. Let's bet overs today, and let's see what happens here. All in baseball, however, no football to save us at this time. So, when you go 8-0-1, you're due to have a cool off. I'm 0-2 this week on baseball. Fade away if you would like. You're not going to make me angry at all here. This is baseball. We're playing out the string until we get to Major League Baseball in the playoffs, and we get to more. We're close to getting to hockey. We're about a month and a half away from hockey, which is phenomenal. So the countdown has begun for hockey and for the NBA. 3 bets going here for today. Over 4.5. First 5. A's and the Astros at minus 115. Over 5.5 team total. The Orioles at minus 120. And over 6.5 team total for the Cubs. Orioles are hosting the Cardinals. Cubs are at the Rockies here for a Tuesday. My name is Matt Perrault at Sports Talk Matt. Follow me across all socials. This podcast, The Daily Juice, every single morning being brought to you by omahasteaks.com.